Hello, this video that I'm doing today is on the NuSenseSix ROM for the HTC One Max. I have the Sprint variant, and that ROM is actually made for the Verison and international version. So I'm going to be using the 3.0 version, which is Android 4.4.2. Sense6, whereas they do have a new update which is 4.4.4 Sense6, but it doesn't work on this device. It actually won't even install. So you have to, of course, get the NuSenseSix ROM. You have to put on your SD card. Which is here. And go to Documents, and I know you can see that there, the NuSense 6.6. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to install now onto the phone. I'm going to reboot. And when the phone turns off, I'm just going to hold the volume down button to get into the bootloader and then go into recovery, since it didn't give me that option here. Okay, so we're in the bootloader. Gonna hit recovery. There's entering recovery. And the first thing we want to do is we want to wipe the phone. So we're wiping the phone here. And it says successful. Go back. And I'm going to hit this arrow. Go back again. I'm going to press install. And as you see, the NuSenseSix is right there. I'm going to install that. You don't need gaps or anything like that with the NuSenseSix ROM. All that comes with it, built inside of the ROM, and I mean that's why I guess it's 1.3 gigabytes, because it's, that's why I think the file is so big. Okay, as you can see, it says ROM install is complete, successful. So now what we're going to do is we're going to reboot the system, and we're going to watch it load up. Of course, this is the initial boot, so sometimes they take a little longer. They may take 2 to 3 minutes. You notice this one has the Beats audio with it, so it has the whole Beats audio system for those of you who are the, that love the Beats, that are Beats lovers. And this is how you know that it's not stock, because it comes on just like stock, except for the fact that it has this Beats audio logo on the bottom, which the HTC One Max does not have Beats audio stock. Okay, it's loading up. It says preparing SIM card. Sense6 Toolbox isn't working. So when you start here, you see it says English. So since we're using English, we can go ahead and start. It recognizes Wi-Fi, so I'm going to go ahead and put in my Wi-Fi password. Just bear with me a moment while I put that in. It's a very long password, and I guess it's, you know, they say the longer they are, the more secure they are. Okay, so it says that we're connected, so we're going to go ahead and press next here. So do we have a Google account? Yes, we want to go ahead and set up the Google account. So I'm going to put all that information in. It's telling me it can't sign in, so we'll move on. Do not now. It's all the HTC stuff. Unable to connect. So I gotta say remind me later. We're gonna skip this. We're gonna skip all of this. And we're going to say next. And we'll say next again. Next. We'll uncheck that and press next. We'll say finish. So once you do all of that, then it loads up. Your blink feed loads up. Of course, it's not going to personalize it for you if you aren't able to sign in like I wasn't. But here are all of the applications that come with the NuSense ROM. Now, one of the things that I've learned to really enjoy about this ROM is this Xposed installer ROM, which allows you to modify your phone. And the number one modifier that I like about it is this NuSenseSix toolbox. It allows you to have all kind of mods for your NuSenseSix, like changing your volume keys to work with your camera, changing your volume keys depending on the direction of your phone, allowing you to add different reboot options when you press your power. So if you look right here, I don't have anything but reboot and power off. But it allows you to have more options for recovery, to boot into your bootloader when you use the NuSenseSix toolbox. And then there's a whole host, as we say, of other mods that you can use with your phone. So this ROM actually introduced me to Xposed installer, and I really like that about this ROM. The other thing I like about this ROM is that it is pretty much based on stock. So if you wanted that stock experience, you have it here. Of course, in the settings, here you have the Sense Toolbox. So these are all the different things that you can mod inside of the Sense Toolbox, NuSenseSix Toolbox. You also have an icon. You can just click that. It does the same thing. But I love changing my fonts and my colors and all of that stuff on my phone. So that's pretty much what stock looks like, and then you can theme it and change your basic color themes. But it's a pretty basic ROM. It doesn't have a whole lot as far as bloatware. I mean, this is it. You get about 20 applications, and most of them you need. They do have a lot of HTC stuff built in. That I think the reason why the new updated version doesn't work with HTC is because they took all of that stuff out, which, you know, doesn't allow it to work with HTC. Okay, so we can go and move forward. As you can see, I have the LTE here. I disconnected from Wi-Fi so that you can see that it does utilize my internet services properly. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go into the browser. I just like to keep it simple by doing Google. As we see, Google came up. And then I like to just do other websites so you can just know that the internet is working. Pretty fast. I mean, I got LTE with 1 bar. I can only imagine if I had 4 bars. Because this gives you 2, 4, 6 bars. So if I had 4 or 5 bars, or even 6, I'd probably be super blazing fast. So that's that, showing you that the internet works. I can make a call and show you that it works with, and this is what the dialer looks like, which I like it. I like the dark dialer. I like it better than like gray.
Our stored customer service.
So you hear that? That's the phone. Text messaging. If the phone works, 9 times out of 10, text messaging works. But we'll go ahead and send a text message. Oh, we can't do a text message just yet. I'm not signed into my Google account, so I don't have any of my contacts. But let's try the mail client. We'll see if that allows us to sign in. And you see my LTE is, oh, it was spinning, it stopped. But when you're using it, it spins. I think that's kind of cool. And yes, all of my emails are popped up there. So the internet works just fine without Wi-Fi. Not quite sure why I'm not able to utilize the Play Store. Why it keeps telling me. Yeah, I just keep getting there's a problem. So, but this is actually what I'm using every day for my daily driver. As far as the ROM that I use every day, Wi-Fi hotspot works, but of course it has the wonderful Beats audio built in. But the glitch to that is if you want your Wi-Fi hotspot to work and you do the Wi-Fi hotspot fix, it takes away the Beats audio. So in that case, you're going to have to make a choice over whether or not you want Beats audio or if you want a Wi-Fi hotspot. But because the phone has boom sound, I went with the Wi-Fi hotspot. So of course, this is not the specific ROM that I use because I wanted to show you how it starts and what it looks like when you load it, how basic it is, and basically you need the NuSenseSix toolbox to really customize it and make it your own. Of course, like anything else, you have to go in here and you have to go into About, and then you have to go into software information. No, not software information. I thought it was software. Yeah, it's software information. And then you go into more. Okay, so you go into software information, you look here, you go into more, and then you hit the build number, and that allows you to have USB debugging for your developer options. So, I mean, like every ROM you have to do that, but this one is a little special in how it makes you go in there, and the USB debugging is automatically checked, but that has a lot of different tweaks and different things in there that you can use to tweak your phone. I really like the ones that are just kind of built in here, like the theme colors. I really like that green and the warm blues. I really like the colors that NuSenseSix that they went with HTC for 6 cents. And this is pretty much the ROM. Like I said, you have blink feed, and then you have this. You can turn the blink feed on and off. I love this huge beautiful clock that it has here on the home screen. That's one of my favorite things about NuSenseSix, is that they always have those, about Sense, because they always have those big beautiful clocks. And the internet works, phone works, messaging works. It's definitely ready to go for a daily driver. If you get glitches, it will be because of the things you installed with the installer, the Xposed installer app. So I hope that this video helps someone. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.